So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
Right.
There we go.
Hi. No, what's up, guys? We are back for another episode of the Two Beerded Guys. Our guest today is comedian Cole Peterson. Very excited to have him on. Homeboy was one of our featured comedians on our last show at West Fork Whiskey. John, you really love... Oh, you weren't at that show.
Yeah, Quinn said he sucked, so I was like, I'm not going to go, man.
It's true.
What it is.
Quinn said Quinn sucked. That makes more sense. It was a great show, so I'm excited to have Cole on.
Excited to be here.
Yeah, especially since we found out once he got here, we do like regular beer. We don't like, well, anything we have lined up for the most part.
Yeah,
so,
this is going to be so much
We don't
fun.
know that yet. We'll find out.
So, two things that's going to happen today. A, I'm going to laugh every time he makes a face. That's going to happen.
Yeah, that's fair.
And B, Matt is going to also count today. So instead of the average of 3 scores, we are going to do 4. Mostly in case Cole's scores are a little rough, it helps.
I mean, I've got a
balance it
Mick
out.
Ultra
I
up
can't.
there.
I'm not a big craft beer guy. I'm a domestic guy. USA piss water type of beer. Really light. Love it to death. Because I can drink like 10 to 12 of those, and like the worst thing that's gonna happen, I'm gonna text like an ex from high school. If I drink like 10 craft beers, I'm driving my car through my own high school.
He's cuddling
Okay.
with Tyler later.
It's not. And you might be like, well, you don't drink 10 to 12 beers. I disagree. It's fun.
Well,
Okay.
see those gold top beers right there behind John?
Oh, yeah?
If you drink 10 or 12 of those, you're going to try to pass out in a snowdrift during a blizzard.
Nice.
Matt.
I feel attacked. I didn't want to pass out. I just gave up for a minute while I tried to collect myself because the snow was not letting me get back
He
up.
gave up on life.
He's like, it's fine. The snow's actually warm. It's
It's
okay.
comfortable.
It's fine.
It was like a mid-hip
Nice
deep
liquor
snow
blanket.
wave drift.
In the middle of the
It was a
road.
small drift. It wasn't.
In the
Yeah.
middle
In
of
the
the
middle
road.
of the road.
And it was up to like our hit, like up here. And homeboy's just
It
like,
wasn't
you
a
know
busy
what?
road.
Beers were cold. Yeah.
It was a great night. Great night.
There's Denver. It's not that cold out there. Like,
Now, blizzard, 40 degrees. Whatever.
Yeah, that was weird.
Us in Indiana. What the fuck? Great time, though. So, we are excited to have Cole on the show. We do have 6 beers lined up, as always. We will start off with our anticipated beer of the night. I forgot to warn Cole, so you'll go last so you can think of it.
Cool.
My guess is this is the one he's going to be anticipating,
Yeah,
or
the-
this
the-
one
the
because he
most
was
macro
excited
one.
for the sour.
All right.
But I'm just guessing here.
Yep.
Matt, go first with your anticipated, because we forgot last week. So
we got a wicked sweet can art that I'm really looking forward to because of the can art, but not because of the beer. But I'm going to go with, out of character, Martin House, because I want to see what they're doing with that beer. There's a lot going on in there, and I have high hopes that they don't completely Martin House it.
I mean, Martin House is just weird. They got great stuff and not great stuff. But I'm most excited for the Sun King collab, the Catatonic. Catatonic Conquistador or something. I forget what it's called. But that one,
I didn't know it was a collab.
yeah.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. This sounds like a whole. I'm learning a new language here. But, this is beyond confusing. I feel like I'm back in school. So which one? My most anticipated?
Yeah, what are you excited for?
I'm going to say the one that looks familiar, the Guinness. Or the Harp Lager.
Hard Blogger by Guinness.
Yeah, there we go.
I like that. The one that looks familiar.
Yeah, that
Right.
one. The safe looking one.
It's very
Not the one with Freddy Krueger on them.
Well, and that's my anticipated is Nightmare Fuel from Mason Ale Works. It's a West Coast IPA. I am pumped for that beer.
That can
Plus,
going home.
Nightmare
wicked cool can art. And it's going home with me. No.
I keys that back from Texas, all right? That was going home.
But, you know, it's a great time. Excited. Awesome new glassware here. I'll show you one here. From our sponsor at Craft or Die. It is the newest Craft or Die newest Craft or Die glass on our Craft or Die can. We do have a couple other awesome ones from them that we got today, but you know, you may see one, you may not. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're gonna, just make you wait.
So were you saying this is the newest Craft or Die glass on the Craft or Die can brought to you by Craft or Die?
Yes.
Perfect.
Great job. Nailed it.
Nailed it. So, that is what it is. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go over scoring real quick before I pass it off to Matt for anything he has. Did you refresh?
Yes.
Oh, that's unusual then.
Yeah, I know. I'm checking on my phone.
Scoring. Untapped scale 0.25 to 5. I do score on Untapped as we go along, so if you miss the score when we say it, you'll be able to look it up.
There's an ad for it.
Oh, yeah. So, we
legit.
are going to take the average of 4 today instead of 3 because, again, we have the Miller Lite crowd over here.
I'm the everyman.
He's the everyman
Funny for
drinker. So, just one reminder, 3 is perfectly average above 3 above average. 4 or higher is seek out. That means even if it's not your style. For instance, this IPA, if all of a sudden Cole here goes, I hate IPAs, drink, fuck, that's good. I wouldn't order it though, but if I was thirsty for an IPA, this would be the one I'd order. That's starting to get in that 4 range. 4.75 and 5 are our tip of the top beers. That's stuff that you can't. That's chef's kiss kind of beer.
I've always said 3 is average. That's fun. It's more than average.
That's good for you.
It's more than enough.
Under 3, below average, but 2 to 2.75 can still be satisfying in its own way. Under 2, that 1 to 1.75 is now it's fuck. I spent money on this, or my buddy spent money on this. I guess I'll go ahead and hook up with. Drink it. And then under 1, that is drain pour worthy.
$20.
That is put her in a taxi and send her home.
I was going to ask, you guys have like a beer graveyard of some sort where all the shitty beers go?
Yes, it's called very low scores on Untapped, and then we fuck it out the window.
There we
Fuck it
go.
out the window, sir.
That's a little excerpt from a former guest on the show. She was telling us a
Greatest
fucked
story
up
ever
story. That's amazing.
Not
And,
work friendly.
No.
Be very careful where you listen.
and so it's we clipped that out because we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So
PETA may not have liked that story either.
what'd you say?
PETA.
Oh no, they would not like that story.
Yeah, they would not like that story.
But it was Ireland. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
They're monsters over there.
Matt, you got anything?
We got John Couch's beer.
So it is working.
It's working.
It's working.
We fooled everybody. We're not every other week this week.
I know, right?
Because my birthday's next week, I got selfish and didn't want to do an episode on our birthday, mostly because I have other plans. We gonna go smoke cigars and drink whiskey.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to do a show. I didn't want to work. I just want to drink and
Yeah, this is
smoke.
real hard work right here.
Real hard work. But you got to remember to say things like our new Crafter Die class on our Crafter Die Cam sponsored by Crafter Die. Because that was a
So
real
Cole,
good job, man.
as I pour this first beer,
Okay.
do you have any upcoming shows, my man?
Yeah, I'm actually going to be at Go Bananas this week. I believe Wednesday for the Pro-Am. Come on out. After that, Indy's Funniest Contest is coming up at Helium Comedy Club.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're about to get the schedule for that, so look forward around end of May, all throughout the summer. That contest will be going on. And then I also signed up for Cincy's Funniest at Go Bananas, which will also be happening all throughout the summer. So, but I post all my upcoming show dates on my Instagram, which I can give you guys the link for at some point.
I also tagged him in the picture of that fine face right there.
Yeah, that's me about 15, 20 pounds ago. But
So,
it works. It
hey,
works.
give him a
The
follow.
camera adds 20 pounds. It's not...
It also looks like we
It's not
straight
real
up
pounds.
kidnapped his ass for this
It does.
picture.
He looks like Robert De Niro.
It looks like
you.
I'm holding
I
a gun to
appreciate
his head, Matt. Like,
From Taxi?
Yeah, looks like Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
I legit put on the post. I promise we did not kidnap tonight's guest. Like, straight up, he sent me that picture. He's like, "Will this work?" I'm like,
Yeah. I just
Sure.
found the first face picture in my phone. I barely take any of them. So I was like, I don't know if you want one of me on stage or what. Or
I couldn't have cared less.
okay.
I feel like the captain should be like, "Are you laughing at me? Are you?"
Dude,
laughing at
I
me?"
literally stole a picture off your Facebook for all our promotional posts for the comedy
Yeah.
show, so it's fine.
All right.
All right, so our first beer is going to be Harp Lager by Guinness. It is a 4.5% ABV. Harp is a premium lager imported from Ireland, brewed in the classic Pilsner style, as created by a Guinness German brewmaster in 1960. This crisp lager has a fruity nose and clean finish with hints of malt and citrus hops.
No way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo like a beer from Ireland, huh?
There we go.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I love me a good Harp Lager.
Great.
John came down with it today from the
I
fridge.
saw it. I was like, fuck, I don't even know what that is. But let's fucking drink that.
I got excited when he brought down the Harp.
Listen, that's just beer.
It's the definition of beer.
Yeah.
Beer flavored beer.
I'll make a black and tan with that all the time.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that one.
Cole's like, we're starting off with a beer I like.
Let's go.
It's all downhill from here.
What I like about it, it has a little bit of sweet biscuity, just a hint. It's not overly sweet. And then that Pilsner style brings you back with just a finish of bitter. So you get a little bit of sweet, little bit of bitter. That is just a pleasant beer.
It's like a Miller Lite that studied abroad. That's what that reminds me of right there. It's coming back. It knows it's better than you. Okay, I think that's what it's like.
Coming back to that Wednesday before Thanksgiving when everybody goes back to the hometown.
Yes.
Yeah.
I avoid my hometown.
He's wearing
Wednesday
scarves
before
now. He's
Thanksgiving.
wearing scarves now for some reason. He
It'll
wear
be 90
scarves.
degrees. There'll be
Yeah.
scarves.
He's
He
finally
didn't
going
wear
to bang the
scarves before he
cheerleader.
left, but he's a scarf guy now.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
I've known 3 scarf people in my life.
Yeah. Where are they now?
I wear a
2 of them
scarf
were
with my
out of it, 1 of them
peacoat.
was a musician. So
See, musicians can
They
get away
get
with the
away with it,
scarves.
yeah.
Like my short peacoat is the only thing I wear scarves with. I have no interest otherwise.
you assume you're drinking piscos? That's when you wear
Yes,
scarves?
I do love
Pinkies
it.
out in your pisco sour.
Do love me a
scarf?
good pisco sour. Anyway,
That sounds like a velvet painting, like him wearing like just a scarf and like pisco sour with his pinky out.
I know at least one woman that would purchase it.
Yeah, that's
She's waiting for the Burt Reynolds, isn't she?
And Michelle's still waiting for the
Burt
Burt
Reynolds.
Just a cowboy hat and all your glory, laying
there
sideways.
we go.
We meet interesting people in this world.
I mean, dude, craft beer guys range from the most normal-looking person to the craziest person you've ever met in your life.
It's not the guys you have to look out for the most.
Yeah.
The craft beer women are fucking nuts.
Tell me about them.
I love it, but they're nuts. John, we go to an event every
Is there
year.
nicknames for those type of women?
There should be. We go to an event at Indiana Beach every year. It's a beer fest. It's a
Beautiful
fucking blast.
beach. Yeah, I recommend it. It's beautiful out there. The waves are great.
It's a fucking blast.
Slip into
But-
right there. Good looking beach. Beautiful
John
beach.
wears John wears a kilt every time to the event.
Yeah.
John learned very quick he has to wear underwear under his kilt until we run into this woman because she just straight up looks under his kilt
Every time.
He doesn't have to.
She's
He
just
doesn't
got a
have
mirror
show.
on her shoe. She's
No.
like, wow.
Just lifts it up.
She lifts it up.
So John wears his underwear at least until we've seen her.
Now the cat's out of the bag.
And
She'll
then-
come back a second time.
I'm hoping.
We told her that this last time.
Yeah, we did. Because she was disappointed.
Oh, boy.
She lifted it up. John was in underwear, and she was like, "Oh."
Yeah, you can probably pound about 6 of these in a kilt. These would be good. Then you just show your junk to anybody. You're like, I don't even give a shit anymore, man. All right. Are we scoring it?
So it is just beer. You know, it's not overly sweet. It's not overly bitter. It's just well balanced. It's God, yeah.
It is. I would like to say though that it like the mouthfeel on this, which we haven't really used in a little while. We need to bring back mouthfeel. Sadly.
Mouthfeel.
Yeah,
Mouthfeel.
but it is like a little creamier for like a lager. Like it's got a little more like it's not a nitro consistency, but you can tell it's a little smoother. To
Tell me,
I think.
I'm stuck between 2 bearded guys, and you want me to talk about mouthfeel?
Perfect seat to do it.
If I had a nickel.
At least we're having you talk about hand feel. That'd be a whole different thing.
All right, John, you're first to score.
I think it's 3.5.
Giving it a 4. That was great.
All
That
right.
was phenomenal. I would go out and buy that again. 100%.
Look at you go.
I
He's
will.
like, I got one.
I got one.
The rest of the night's gonna suck, but
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah.
Is he power stroking or what?
Yeah.
375 for me.
All right, there we go.
Matt, what about you? Remember you count today.
Yeah, I almost
No.
forgot.
On this one.
I'm actually going to give that. I think a 4. I'm going to agree because if I was going to get beer flavored beer, like between the sweetness of that one and that little bit of different mouthfeel, like that's the lager I'm kind of going for right now.
So that comes out to a what, John?
Gonna look it up now. 4 plus 4 plus 3.75 plus 3.5 equals divided by 4. That's 375.
375. Good score to start off
Way
with.
to go.
That's good performance there for
Yeah.
a macro beer, huh?
It's always a good one to start off with there.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We have Drink Heart before. It also received a 375 then.
All right.
Nice. All right.
I've done that before.
Now, there has been almost 200,000 check-ins to Hard Blogger on Untappd, Matt.
That's a few.
200,000. Just shy. What do you think?
Are we gonna play the game?
What do you think? Because we've never
What?
done it with a
What's
beer
this?
this big. So Untappd is the scoring system where people score beer all over the world.
Okay.
Every once in a while, we'll play the game where we try to guess what the global average score is. It doesn't have to be in 0.25 increments because all sorts of bullshit, but like, say it could be like a 4, 2, 1 or something like that.
Okay.
So we play Price is Right rules. We guess.
Closest not going over.
Closest not going over. Matt will go first. You will go second. I will let John go third.
Okay.
I know the score, so I can't guess.
Okay.
Again, there is just shy of 200,000 check-ins. Matt, go ahead.
3.68.
Oh, so there is points.
Well,
Yes.
when you got 200,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
this is just law of averages.
Colt
I'm gonna go 3.14.
and John.
Playing it safe.
Okay. So, on tap is a lot of craft beer people who I think are going to poo-poo this one a little bit. I was going to go 361, which is not my score because it's too close to Matt.
369, damn you.
Too close to Matt. Matt got a good score out there. So I'm going to go to 3.4.
Cole wins.
Hey!
It is a 332.
Oh, damn it. Not enough. Not enough.
I'm kind of surprised
This
by
is
that.
my first time here, and I'm winning.
First beer, let's see how the second one treats you.
Damn.
Am I turning into beer guy
So we're just
yet?
going
I think it was good. I just didn't
over
go quite
just
low
down the
enough.
line this way.
Yeah, so we work
Cool.
this way. So we typically work light to dark.
Okay.
But with a little bit of a twist, like this is a hoppier beer, so I usually try to get our maybe lighter bodied or our sours out of the way first. Then we hit that, and then we go to our real darks. So our next beer, very excited about this one, is Civil Life Brewing Company's The Angel and the Sword. I love this logo. Very simple.
Love the logo. Have not had the beer. Stopped there briefly when our St. Louis trip. And out of a town that has, seems like a million German breweries, this was an English pub.
April 1st is when this one was canned.
Yeah.
So very fresh. An original malt-driven amber pub ale celebrating our favorite traditional North American and European malts along with English hops and yeast. Very excited for this, to be honest, when John brought it out.
Awesome, cool place too. Like I wish we could have spent more time there. They were packed. It was a cool looking place.
Chelsea, in answer to your question, no, it's not.
Shave?
It's waxed.
Okay.
Wax, baby.
Darker for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amber ale.
I'd say true to form. That is a very nice amber color.
Yeah.
I like this can art, though.
Yeah, I do like that can art. I know I wanted something from that brewery today, and I saw that can art, and I'm like, I don't care what it is. That's just what we're drinking.
By the way, big shout out to Hoosier Brewing Company. Very excited that they'll be returning in 2026. Oh, you're fine. I'll do it over here. They'll be returning in 2026 with a new location that the renderings look insane.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see it in person. Big shout out to them. Welcome back to the Indiana beer scene.
So he drank it to drink it.
That was
Oh,
good.
damn.
That was
Wow.
good.
Either you really like that or you got the Band-Aid off. Which was it?
No, I liked that a lot too.
Amber ales are typically, they're beer-flavored beers that have just a more flavor.
Okay.
When you go from like a lager to an amber, what you're introducing is more malt. More malt means more sugar. It also means more characteristics. So a lot of times it's bringing in either a coffee flavor, depending on what the malt is.
Toffee,
Caramely.
caramel.
So like an amber typically is going to have a little more of that caramely kind of
I
flavor.
can taste
to it.
that.
Yeah. I get some toffee in that too.
Mm-hmm. That's a very
I
pleasant
think
beer.
toffee is like a very accurate one for this one.
Yeah.
It's not quite as sweet as a caramel.
Seems
it's
like nice during
caramel-like.
like autumn.
Yeah.
That's a very pleasant
Yes.
beer.
Like
Yeah.
a fall beer.
Ambers are
Thanksgiving.
great. Ambers are great for fall beers.
With a
Or for
nice bitter note in there too.
Little bit, nothing
Nothing crazy.
that pounds it, but just a nice little bit of bitterness, just enough.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's a really solid beer.
I'm very happy with this.
Was this the only beer you brought back from them, John?
No.
Or you have others as well.
No, so this is the place that you could get the case, and it was 12 2-packs.
Oh, this is that one? Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we got 11 more different beers to try from them.
I am excited to see what else ahead. This is very good.
No.
Yeah,
How many more?
11 more.
Oh, it was that brewery?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So, Beer, good.
Beer, good.
Nice little malt characteristic to it. Yeah, we'll do a rinse on this one.
Good bitter balance. Toffee. I think those are the notes.
Yeah, I mean,
Someone liked it.
yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't know if I just liked alcohol or. I mean, the beer was good. It's fine. It was caramely and whatever else you guys are saying.
I love it.
I'm not used to looking for things in my beer. I'm like, oh well, that's fine for now, and and then I just kind of drink that, and then I get like maybe 7 more, and
Yeah,
it's great.
I get it.
I don't know if I could drink
And you
7 of
do.
those. That feels a little heavy, for sure.
I don't think that one. What was the ABV on that one?
I don't remember. I'm looking down.
Okay. You do score this one first.
I score this one first.
Yeah, we can rotate.
Only
Okay.
4.6%.
Okay, so
It's a pretty average beer. It seems like. I'll score it. I'll do like a 3.5.
okay.
I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 3.75 again.
Matt.
I would go a 3.75. I really enjoyed that one. Definitely would drink it again. Don't know if I quite search out, but really close.
That's where I'm sitting at too. I was thinking 3.75.
So it is another 3.75.
Good, good start.
Chelsea says she gives it a 0.
Okay.
I guess because she's either not drinking it or also I'm still trying to teach her how to drink craft beer. So
All right.
I'll have to take her back out and get some more craft beer soon. So just
Yeah.
see the look on her
Do you
face.
guys have like a great spot around that you normally go to for craft beers, or
To buy
Oh.
them or
Yeah.
to drink at a brewery?
either one?
So Indiana's home to a lot of great breweries. I just spent time at 2 of them Saturday.
Uh-huh.
One was up at Hop Lore Brewing up in Warsaw. The other one was in Elwood at Tarnished Hollow. Love both of those places. In Indianapolis proper, we love Kismetic. Herman Brothers is outside of Indy proper, but it's out by the airport a little bit. But it's great. Fountain Square Brewing is really trying to bring back great beer.
No, I mean I'm at Fountain Square Brewing every single week.
They're
On Wednesday.
two. They're
They
two
got an open
phenom-
mic there that they've been
Yeah, they
running
do.
forever, and it's great.
They're 2 phenomenal owners, husband and wife, great people, and so they're really working to bring that spot back to life.
I'm always drinking the Working Man's.
Oh, yeah.
that they have there. Yeah.
Here in Hamilton County, I mean, you get Grand Junction, you
Primeval.
get Filled, you get Primeval. Just 3.
4-Day Ray too, right? Or is that
Yeah.
more of a preppy brewery?
Yeah.
Or is there
so-
breweries that you're like you up your nose at? Or
Books and brews.
Books and Brews? They have an open mic too on Thursdays, by the way.
Yeah, it's mostly music.
It is mostly music, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me, we know.
Yeah. It's just it's not good. Too many books.
Actually, not enough books anymore. Too many toys. But well, their beer sucks.
Ah.
So, and by sucks, I mean,
It's just
oh my God, there's hardly anything that's not drain pour worthy. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Get a guest tab. I hope the line was cleaned within the last 3 years.
Yup.
Speaking of Hop Lore, we got Dr. Drew on. Drew Wilkes says, "What's up, y'all?"
What's up, Drew?
How's
What's
it
up,
going,
Drew?
sir?
Buddy.
We picked
Hey,
up a
Drew.
case of hop water from you to sell at the event Saturday. Pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm
Excited to see how this goes.
actually too.
Yep.
So
So
you said you had it. It was pretty good. So I'm
I
curious to see
enjoyed
how
the
that
shit
tastes.
out of it. So
Hop
Yeah.
water?
yeah, so it's not alcoholic, but it's water, but it's made with hops, so it has a little bit of that residual taste.
So
and that kind of thing.
none of the fun of beer. And
Yeah, but maybe you're the DD for the event.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a DUI. Whatever it is, it gives you the opportunity to still participate. But
right. Kind of like what are those waters called?
Malt
Death-
waters?
death water?
Oh, liquid
That's
death.
what it is, yeah. Death water.
Yeah.
Death water.
Those are really expensive for canned water.
They are. Do you guys go to Ruoff a lot when in the summertime?
Yes.
when I have
Whoa.
an extra $1,000,
Yeah, right.
Before I started charging for parking, I did.
Dude, that's insane. By the way. That's nuts. And then it's $14 for any beer that you get. It's brutal.
Well,
Yes.
that's
I know that
kinda
they have
counter
those there, and
crowd.
they're like $10, and I'm like,
I
$10
drink-
for
I drink
water.
the mixed
It's nuts.
cocktails at Ruoff more than I drink the.
Yeah, I mean, you
'cause-
might as well. You're already spending at least $200.
Well,
whenever you're there.
depending on
bare minimum. I mean,
depending on what you don't need anymore. Depending on what
You never know, you might like this one.
bartender you get,
2 for 2.
yeah, depending what bartender you get, you could end up with an extremely strong pour.
Yeah.
And that's happened to me a few times there because they're
That's
not
good.
paid, like they really don't care.
Yeah.
And so I have run into some really strong pours, and I'll have like one double Jack and Coke for like $25, and that's like drinking 5. So it's like, worth
This one is already worrying me.
All right, speaking of this
Actually
beer,
goes with the glass very well.
It does. It kind of matches the blood sense.
Yeah.
this is Queen of the Mist, whiskey barrel and wine barrel aged chokeberry sour. It's 11.7% ABV. The original Queen was the first barrel aged fruity sour we ever brewed here at Martin House. This version is unique as it was aged 5 months in a mix of whiskey barrels and wine barrels. They do not let things age very long.
But that's when you get the most flavor out of the barrels is that first couple months.
I'm
So.
starting to realize you have to have like at least a high school degree to be able to read all these cans. They have like, at least a short novel on them about everything. Miller Lite's like beer, 18, 19, 40, whatever.
Right. The name's so light, right?
Yeah.
That is a drinking man's beer. I get it now. And Drew said he even liked the hop water as well. And he appreciates the fact, does it come out clear instead of yellow? He said it came out, it's not yellow, is it kind of like clear or pale?
I drank it out of a can. So
Oh, fair. So maybe that's an insight from reporting glass later at some point. But
I drank it out of a can.
so that was, not to derail off this, but that wasn't a non-alcoholic beer. That was a water made with hops.
That was a hop water, correct?
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Ooh, that's actually kind of pleasant.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Very dry wine.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
dry
yeah.
wine.
This reminds me of the time I tried red wine for the first time in
And
California.
the only time-
I was at an Italian restaurant and I had one glass that tasted awful, and I'm like, all right, I'll have another one because maybe I'm wrong, And I got it, and then I started speaking way too loud, and then we had to be asked to leave the restaurant. Shortly after that, and
I would say I'm shocked.
worst
but-
hangover of all time. It was not fun.
All right, local. So you're an indie guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So local comedy spots. There's not as many as there used to be, obviously.
Right? Yep.
So venturing just a little bit, and you can include indie in this, but you can also just do the Midwest in general. What's been like your top 2 favorite places to perform? Like where have you
Hands-
had fun? West Fork
hands
Whiskey
down.
the other day, right?
I mean, every time
other
we-
than West Fork.
Are we including comedy clubs?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Other than
Well,
Comedy on Tap series, which was
okay.
because we know that was
Top
important.
2 favorite places to perform at is Helium Comedy Club, downtown Indianapolis. I mean, that's my home club. Love that place. Get up there pretty often. And then other than that, Go Bananas Comedy Club in Cincinnati. They are probably the best club in the Midwest, hands down. They have some absolute killers coming out of there. Some that, if you guys go to their May 31st event, Rand Barnclough, Blake Hammond, Jeremy Johnson's originally from there. All those guys will be on that show. Killers, great guys, and a bunch of other people from there. But if we're not talking comedy clubs, I mean, I guess obviously West Fork was a lot of fun for sure. Other than that, I mean, I performed in some weird little places. I guess one of my most recent favorite shows was actually here in Noblesville. Was that Sid's?
Oh yeah, we know that as well.
Their little upstairs thing up there was their whatever the hell,
Yeah.
all that. It was a lot of fun.
Well,
There was
that was
probably you could fit about 45 people in there. It was a lot of fun. And ceilings are super low, and as long as kind of everybody's paying attention, you're working the crowd well. It's a lot of fun. But
Conversely, what's the weirdest or most awkward place that you've performed?
shit.
Like some kids.
There's a spot actually in front of Fountain Square Brewing. Have you got the long shot? You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's quite. You walk in, it's a sex dungeon, pretty much is what it looks like. It looks like exactly Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs, like his greatest place to perform at. I've only done one show there. It was a tomato show, and that's where, like, people were supposed to throw these foam tomatoes at you, and you're supposed to make like bad jokes, shit like that. But that was fun. That was a weird place. Shit. Other than that, fuck. This was by far the worst place that I've ever performed at. It was at a town in Washington, Indiana. If you know where that is, about 2 hours south of here. God awful. It's maybe a town of a couple hundred people, and I get invited down there to do this show at a bar that was renovated from an old Goodwill. Okay, so the place is ginormous. It's a fucking warehouse. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, it was so bad. I show up and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm in the right place. This is crazy. And anyway, so I walk in and it's literally ceilings are a couple stories high. I walk in, I look at the stage. I shit you not, the stage is 10 to 12 feet off the ground.
Jesus.
You're towering over people. It's a comically large, like, political rally type of stage. And I'm like, already, I'm like, this is not going to go well at all. And before the show, there was a lot of people there, okay? Because the host, like, is from there. and he invited a lot.
So all
and
100
just
people in
good
the
guy,
town
by the way.
showed up.
Huh? Yeah, literally the entire town showed up, and there was, for some reason, there was supposed to be a costume contest after the show. So it's around Halloween. Everybody's just dressed in fucking weird shit, and I'm like, this is gonna be just god awful. You just have that feeling whenever you get into some of these venues. And before I'm like getting a beer at the bar that's like at least 50 yards away from the actual stage because it's in a warehouse, and this lady's like, "Hey, are you on the show?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You look nervous. You all right?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "I'm fine, lady. Mind your business." And I'm like, "Now I am."
like a little bitch.
Dude, yeah. Anyway, I go up there. I ate it. Host ate it. I ate it. I think most people on the show just ate it. I ate it so bad that there was this drunk woman that was literally getting carried out from her friend on the way. She was dressed as the Mad Hatter, okay? Hammered drunk. And she's walking by the stage and she just goes, "Boo." I was like,
Not even like a full.
no, like full Mad Hatter. She was a fat bitch. I call her the Mad Fatter. They love that. But I was like, dude, I was like, you just have to accept those. And oh man, that was by far. So don't perform at Old Goodwill's is my advice if you're looking to get into comedy at all. But no, that's by far the worst place.
Why would you want to do Old Goodwill's? That just sounds like a great time.
Dude, could
that's
come
what I
up
was
with an
gonna
idea for
do.
that, though? Could we take Old Goodwill's, buy like half-drank kegs at a discount, and then sell them there cheaper, and like call it good beer or something for a bar?
Just expired kegs. We take expired kegs from everyone.
Everything, all the furniture has to be bought secondhand at like rummage sales and shit.
From Goodwill's.
Yeah, non-matching rotating chairs.
All the glassware is Goodwill glasses.
Is it bad? That actually sounds like a really cool idea. If you did it right, it sounds like a fun idea.
Thrift shop.
Except, not the expired beer, but you
Thrift
could
Shop,
say
that's
it
a good
was.
name for a beer company, I guess. Thrift Hop.
Right.
Anything?
Yeah, we've
No.
been to the pawn shop pub down in
no,
Beero.
not good.
I've never been there, but heard good things.
This beer, though, roping it back into this one, I'll tell you what, that's a pleasant drink. I haven't had a lot of Martin House boxed beers lately, the 2-packs that were that good.
I'm disappointed with how happy I am with
But
this.
it's also one of the few sours we've had. Most of the time they do those in stouts.
Yeah.
That's a good beer.
I like the wine barrel coming through in that. Like it is. I don't get much of the whiskey, but that's a good tasting red wine barrel.
There's a
Wine barrel
lot-
and chokeberry went really well together.
Yep.
There's a lot going on in here, and it's still working together, which I feel like normally is not where Martin House succeeds. Normally they'll be like, "Oh, there's all this different shit going on in here," and like you get it all, but it seems like it competes with each other. This one actually blends and melds together nicely for just a pleasant drink, and I'm kind of mad about it. I was really
You're the
like,
only person I know that gets mad when you like a beer.
well, because A, it's a sour, not normally my thing. B, it's Martin House, which I'm kind of like hit or miss on anyway, and it's man.
I think this is the
I bought
first
this
sour
for
that I've
John.
ever had.
I did not think I was gonna like this at all. And this is just like a fuck. I'm in Texas. This is here. John likes wine. This is for him. It's for the boys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
John and I both do. You hit the nail on the head on that one.
Also, for 11%, I think that drink's pretty smooth.
That drink's real smooth for
smooth.
11%.
And
If you didn't know that, you get to somebody. I don't think they'd guess 11.
No.
Not
And-
quite. Not DUI shelf, but getting close.
And it's an easy drinker by
There's a
itself.
DUI shelf you guys got?
So go ahead, Tyler.
So what it is we call, which we have failed in our job at teaching you a couple things. First off is how to actually taste beer.
Okay.
We'll do that on the next one. On the DUI shelf,
I'm doing it all wrong.
well, on the DUI shelf, what it is it's beers that are over double-digit percentage ABV that taste significantly less. So, like, for instance, we've had some 16, 17, 18 percenters, those gold tops right there, that are 16, 17, 18% that taste like they're like 9.
Okay.
So we call those DUI shelf because you could drink 2 or 3 of them and then all of a sudden stand up and go, oh shit.
Oh
yeah.
fuck!
Yeah, you're feeling fine until you stand up and you're feeling good.
I had 2
Then you're
beers.
feeling great.
Oh shit!
But, so that's the UI shelf. Now, before we drink this beer, before I open it, because we are going to have one more before
We need
I
to
break.
rate, yeah.
Yeah. But I do want to go ahead and I'll forget to teach if I don't do it now, because I meant to do it before this beer.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is you have a natural swirl. So if you go to swirl a beer, whatever your natural direction you want to swirl, you're going to go the opposite direction.
Okay.
So you're going to swirl your beer when you first get it. You're going to take a smell.
Okay.
All right. You're going to take another one, and the second one, you're going to sniff as you pull it away as well.
Control.
All right.
Then you're going to take a smaller sip and let it hit all parts of your mouth.
Swirl it in your
Okay.
mouth.
swallow. Then after that, you drink it however the hell you want. But what it does is it's more to trigger your brain into going, I'm tasting, I'm not just drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of steps. I've been missing this out for years.
Well, on your Miller Lite, it might not help.
Yeah. At that point, you're just trying to drink.
So, yeah. That's how you
And
taste.
then I don't think I'm ready to do that with this beer yet. This next one coming up.
Why not?
It's nightmare fuel. That's insane.
But for this beer to score,
It's begging me not to like it.
I don't think you will. It's fine.
That's all right. That one, I like that one.
So it is time to score this one. I am first on this. I honestly, shockingly, I'm giving it a 4 1/4.
That's all right.
That is a seek out worthy beer for me. I am glad we have another one in that cellar.
Yeah.
You fucking dig? It's 4 1/4.
Matt just keeps agreeing with me today.
I was going to go to 4, so.
I'm going to go 3.5.
That's pretty fair for a guy that said he didn't like sour.
I really like this.
That's my it was fun.
I really like
It
this
was fun.
beer.
So that's going to make it a
I just
4.
don't know if I would like go out and be like, oh, if it's sitting next to a beer that I usually drink, I'd be like, probably not tonight, you know?
I don't know. 11%.
Maybe on like my
don't get you drunk.
birthday. It will.
11% don't get you drunk.
It'll get you feeling nice for sure.
Seth just says, "Why have you never taught me any of that?"
You watch the show all the time. Figure you picked up on it by now.
Yeah, that's the patented Smolar swirl.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt,
Trick
can
your
you?
brain.
Are we doing off that? Or are we doing
Yeah, we'll
No,
do
we
that.
got to do one more before break
I
because
figured do break with that.
We got big boy.
My bad.
with a big boy we can't.
Touche.
Yeah. Anyway,
I know what I'm
guys,
doing.
check out Craft or Die. So you can find him if you go to Instagram, Craft or Die. He has his link for his website. The website is just also craftordie.com if I remember right. The absurdity of how amazing his glassware. They still has a handful of some different styles available, but a lot of times it is released on a Friday, sold out by the end of the day Friday. A lot of great glassware. We have a house payment in glassware.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, guys, he's always coming up with something new. So follow his Instagram, and it'll allow you to see what's coming up. He usually gives you a tease. Not always. Sometimes you just got to be like, oh, we're due for a glass. I better check the website. But he'll drop a tease on Instagram, give you an idea. And I'll tell you right now, I'm real happy with this release. I love the mystery glass. We're not allowed to show it on camera yet because not all of them have gotten to their people. So I can't show you the mystery glass yet, but... Oh,
Those
it's cool.
cockeyed observers might be able to zoom in.
I was gonna say, is one of these glasses the mystery glass on the table?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
It's the little one in between them.
Because I did notice two different glasses that were very
okay,
similar but
yeah.
slightly different
It's
for these.
the original, the alternate
Okay.
with these. One has the hop instead of a head, one has a head.
Yep.
And then we have the Freedom glass back there, but you have to zoom in. I can't pull it out on camera.
Yeah.
right now.
You'd have to zoom in then, too.
You,
So.
you need to
donate
really
$10
zoom in.
and
It's like a
pull it
pixel
out,
and a
show
half.
everybody.
It's like 2 pixels, right? Yeah. Like,
2 pixels.
Pixel and
I will say
half.
also, I do really appreciate that he mixes up the glasses for his glass. Like, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
the same one every time.
3
Even just
glasses.
these
3
two
glasses.
are-
So is
And
this
it's
all
beautiful
of
stuff.
his original artwork?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he does all this original artwork. Like, for instance,
As well as that?
the Han Solo glass
That's
John's
great,
drinking
yeah.
out of from Star
A
Wars.
day late, but it's fine. It's cool.
Right.
So we have way too much fun with the glassware.
You have a favorite one?
Matt does, I know.
Yep.
What is it?
Which one's yours?
Big Trouble in
That's
Little
what I
China.
thought. John, do you have yours? Please tell me it's the one that we don't have anymore that disappeared.
The Batman one was really cool. The Rampage one is really cool. There's lots of Easter eggs
There's
in
a
the
lot
Rampage
in the
one.
Rampage.
Which I haven't brought mine over yet. Oh God, Mom boxed it up. I may never find it again. But if it's broken, I will cry. My Judith Myers, the Halloween, the very first Scooby-Doo Halloween glass that you did.
Yeah.
That or the Jessica Rabbit are probably my 2 favorites.
Just grab it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's first crush in our age bracket. We didn't know why, but we felt things in that theater.
All right. This one looks lighter.
Yeah.
You just keep sitting there being optimistic.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm really trying to go with this with an open mind. You know,
I'll be nice.
I'm trying to put my college ways behind me. I guess.
I'll be nice, and I won't give you any more.
Okay.
I don't know, we've had some Mason before, though, and I was always pretty, I feel like we were pretty happy
It's a
with it.
West
So-
Coast
All right. So how do I do
He's
it? I
a-
put my
he's a
left foot
domestic
in,
guy.
my right foot
It's
out.
true, but
Drinking a West Coast?
So
Holy shit! What the fuck is it?
there it is.
I'll tell you just a
Maybe
second.
this
Don't
would
worry.
be a Westy. I thought it was maybe
I
like
want,
a, you know.
no one tell him any tasting notes from.
So-
I want to hear what his tasting notes
Again,
are.
Okay.
so like my natural.
Unfiltered.
So what? All right, natural swirl.
So like if you just grab the glass and swirl it, whatever your natural direction is, we're not.
Alright.
You don't want to go that direction. You want to go the opposite.
That doesn't feel right.
That's the point.
Right.
It's making your brain like,
Okay.
oh, I'm tasting. Now you
It's
just
kind of like brushing your teeth with the opposite hand. You know.
now you go. All right, and then you do it again
Okay.
because a majority of what the beer tastes like is also part of the olfactory.
I haven't able to. I'm having a stroke. I haven't been able to smell right since college. But that's fine. There we go. Okay, now
What'd you do to your
take
nose in college, man?
I just biology class and stuff.
So while homeboy's over here figuring this out, we got Mason Ale Works.
One sip, right?
Yeah, just
And
a
it's
small
kinda-
sip.
Not a swirl around your mouth, but kind of.
Yeah, let it touch everything.
Make sure it gets up in there.
All right, so Mason Ale Works,
And now do a second
Nightmare
taste.
Fuel. 1-2 brews coming for you. West Coast IPA. The can art on this is unbelievable. Don't you dare fall asleep. This is awesome.
This is a tame Westie.
It is.
But it's got a good amount of flavor to it.
It
though,
smells
still.
worse than it tastes.
Right? I had a nickel.
And
not
I mean
gonna-
that in a positive way. I mean,
I'm not. I want to hear your taste notes before we ever delve into it.
taste notes.
Kevin Atwell just jumped out and said, hello from sunny and warm Port Charlotte, Florida.
Yeah, they just
Wow.
moved.
Good to hear from you. Oh, you guys moved? Okay,
Yep.
thanks for tuning in on vacation. I'm glad you said
Congrats on the move, brother.
Yes.
that. Yeah, good, man.
Sorry I couldn't make it to the beer clear out party before you moved. Unfortunately, I was at an event,
I
but
think there's a fruit involved.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know what fruit it is.
congratulations. I'm pointing at Matt, used to the camera again. But congratulations, guys. I'm excited for you to be down there.
So fruit.
It's like a fruit you left in the fridge too long, but in a good way. Like you're like it's not that bad if you're hungry enough.
But in a good way.
So,
Like the positive.
this is a West Coast IPA. West Coast IPAs are going to be heavy on hops.
Okay.
So, depending on the type of hop, does depend on the flavor. So, you have some hops that are fruitier, some hops that are more bitter, some hops that are more different types of fruit. Some are more piney, some are more.
Fine, grassy.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of different flavors in hops. This one is the Mosaic Shocker
Cat's piss.
and Idaho 7. Both are solid.
I've had a couple Idaho 7. I'll tell you.
That's like an Indiana 3.
That'd be like a Denver 0.
You're right.
Oh,
We'll explain that scale in a minute.
I think he's
Off
got
the
it.
camera.
I think he's got it.
So, it's solid. It's not as bitter as I expected.
No.
It's not as
That's
dank
what I was
as I
saying. It
expected.
smells more bitter than it tastes.
There's a little bit on the back end of the dankness, but not a ton.
I'm getting
very fruity.
orange citrus.
Yeah.
And with
I was
that, too,
right.
I got this at Total Wine in Texas, but I didn't think to check the dates, so I saw
shit.
can art and had to immediately buy it. We might want to check
It
that.
doesn't taste super fresh.
I kind of wonder.
No, it's not on the can. So, well, it used to be. So, I grabbed this not realizing this was the one that you got at Total Wine. I just knew
What's,
it was the one you brought to us.
What's like the oldest beer you guys have had on the show?
On the show, that's a different answer.
On the show, it'd be your Boulevard 30th. No,
Where's
that
that?
wasn't that old. That was a 30th anniversary.
I feel like we've had, what was it, JW Lee?
JW Lee, the 2004 or something like that. JW
Something
Lee.
like that.
The bottle's around here somewhere, or it used to be. It might not be anymore.
Yeah, it's got to be a JW Lee.
I bet it'd be JW.
I thought it was 08, but 04 to 08 sounds
We had a
about right.
pretty old Taxman, but nothing that old.
Okay, I was going to throw a text.
I'd say it was
They're
the
based
JW
out
Lee.
of Fortville, right?
So they're based out of Bargersville, but they have locations in Fortville and downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good food at the Fortville one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All three
All
locations
three,
have
yeah.
great food.
Yeah.
That's one of the things they're really known for. Now our oldest beer we've ever had was 23 years old.
Well,
It had aged for 23 years. Our good friend Wayne Burns out of Burns Family Artisan Ales in Denver, Colorado. He used to brew. They're from Michigan, and he actually has been brewing professionally for over 35 years. He was part of the big explosion in Michigan in craft beer, especially with like the high ABV run they did, where beer started getting pushed real high ABVs. He was a big part of that. So the man knows beer. Well, he made a couple beers that he still has some bottles of from back in the day. He can't sell it because it was made at a different brewery.
Yeah.
So he'll do like tasting experiences or like they'll break it open for friends. And they sat down with us one time, popped a beer open for us, was like, here you go. This one's one of Wayne's originals from 23 years ago. And we're like, hey, okay. It was freaking amazing.
Really?
So good.
And then we had a 21-year-old
like
last
wine.
year, or this year.
So it's like one. Like the
Some
more
beers.
age,
Some.
some.
So
Depends on the style.
typically, darker beers
Okay.
are the ones you're going to age. Stouts, barley wines. That's about it. There are some people that will age some sours, depending on what it is.
You can age sours for a little bit of time, maybe not as long.
Belgians you can age for a little bit of time, not as long. It depends, but typically you're looking at stouts and barley wines are what you age.
So
Dude,
Belgian,
we jumped
that's like Blue Moon, right?
Well, you're not aging a blue moon, but technically
But, yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, what makes a Belgian is the yeast.
Okay.
Higher ABV beers typically are easier to age. They're less likely to go bad. They're less likely for infection, stuff like
I
that.
feel like I should be writing all this down.
Yeah, so.
Great thing, it's stored on YouTube, so you can always rewatch it.
There we go. Yeah.
Good,
Shout out
but
to
not
Write
as good
this
as I
down.
expected.
Future, cool.
The nose was fantastic. I loved that nose. Unfortunately, a lot of that hot flavor just didn't come through.
Yeah, it just feels like it wasn't as fresh. I think it's a fine beer. I think it was made okay. Yeah, it just wasn't super fresh, which
It's
is not their fault.
It's out of the whale's vagina, California,
Is this?
San Diego. Yeah.
Lovely.
Bought it at a Total
I
Wine.
stepped over a homeless person once in San Diego.
Only once?
Only once.
Are you sure you're in San Diego?
No, positive in San Diego, Old Town San Diego. It's great. I was there on vacation.
San Diego's a beautiful town.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah, beautiful people.
So,
Navy town, I think. Right?
one thing, so Stevie P, just because he's not, he says, Matt, you're in Texas and didn't call, deleted. My bad, Stevie P. I don't have a lot of time really on these trips, besides like trying to go grab beer and like eat in and out if I can get it. But the short tail, speaking of homeless people getting this beer, I was at an In-N-Out, and the Total Wine was around the corner. So it wasn't like walking distance, but like, oh, well, I see a scooter out front. Hell yeah, I'm going to lime this shit, save the Uber charge. And I hopped on the lime, started liming around, and like went under a bridge. It's dark out at this point. There's like a group of homeless people. I'm like, I should have fucking Ubered. Like, this is a bad call. And then I went the wrong way, so I turned back around and go back past it. The homeless people on the scooter a second time.
Look what I can do, you can't.
Yeah, I was like, these guys are like, this fucking fuck just driving by, is gloating on a scooter.
They were all drinking nightmare fuel.
Stevie P, I got my Frontier Go Wild Pass. I need to fly to Houston.
Hey, just so you know, John and I, if we were down there, would not forget to tell you.
I also don't have your phone number. Stevie says, excuses are the pathway to hell, Matt.
Don't worry, Stevie. We would tell you if we were there.
Yeah.
You know, the phone works both ways, Stevie. Right? I'm on that side.
Matt, you're first to score.
So I feel like there probably would have been a more pronounced hop flavor on this that I think other people in this room might have appreciated more than myself.
Woulda,
I'm pretty
coulda, shoulda.
happy with where it's at, and I would like to see what would have been fresher to see how that tasted. I still enjoyed this quite a bit, and I can't get past the cool can art. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.75. Final offer.
7.1%, by the way, in case I forgot to say.
Okay. I think it's fine. I would like to try it fresher, but it's fine beer. It's a 3 1/4.
I'm just go 3 flat.
2.75 for me.
Woof.
Okay. I gotta do math.
That was under average with the way the flavor fell out.
Oh, while Mudhog is there doing some mathticals, Cynthia says, first, Matt, thank you for projecting my tone accurately. Second, I don't think
3 1/4.
you have walked through the how to taste on the shows that she's been able to watch, at least. And she's always questioning, so don't know why you think she knows things. That seems like that's directed at you, Tyler.
You'd think I'd learn by now. All right, guys, that is the end of the first part. We do have 3 beers left. 2 beers left. 2 beers left.
Cool.
But one's a big boy. So 2 beers left. We'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break.
Sweet.
You know who we are. That's Cole.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. It's not my fault. My dick makes the Two Beerded Guys money.
There we go.
Oh shit, are we live? Anyway, welcome
That
back.
makes the break sound a lot more suspicious.
Hey, my dick keeps us in a place.
Dude!
Yeah.
What's
My
yours
dick is
doing for us,
here.
Matt?
Nothing, even for me.
John's gives us a roof over our heads.
Yep,
Mine
yep,
makes
yep,
us
yep.
money.
That'll make you laugh.
Oh, you and Quinn have something in common.
There we go.
Oh, shit. Alright, so we've talked a little bit. How long have you been doing the comedy thing, brother?
A little over 2 years now, coming up on 2.5. So, yeah.
What got you into it? Just got
I mean, I've
bored,
always
or-
been a very, very big fan of it. Been like obsessed with it my entire life. A lot of my friends told me I should start doing it, and I just kind of found a little bit of an alley and a revenue stream to go to it. The job I worked previously to the one I work now, I used to travel a lot for, so I was down in Florida and Nashville. I actually got up on the first time on stage at a Nashville open mic, which that scene is ginormous.
That's ballsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
First
mean,
time at an open mic,
uh,
Nashville.
Nashville.
Jumping head
I was
in.
down there and I didn't even know what to do. I had some stuff written down in a notebook. I was prepared and I thought it was funny. I go up there and bomb for fucking 3 minutes straight. Everybody's looking at me like I'm literally retarded. And I was like, and they're like, "It's your first time?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And everybody just kind of clapped, you know. Everything's a good time.
You got the pity clap.
Did you get
I
the
haven't
pity
been
claps?
back to Nashville to do comedy since. But I should be soon.
Are you afraid they'll recognize you?
I hope not. I know a couple good guys down there now. Lee Kimbrell, who's actually opened up for Theo Vaughn. He's a great
Oh,
dude.
nice.
He runs I believe a show at the Lab down in Nashville. So if you're a comic and like that stuff, check it out. So
All right, guys.
I was going to ask who hurt you because it feels like if you're going to be a comedian, someone hurt you.
there's a few people that have heard me, but it's okay. This beer looks like it's gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
It might.
It might.
It may hurt.
So this is Three Floyd's Raspberry Diamonds. This is one of their releases for Dark Lord Day back in 2023.
Okay.
New Dark Lord Days coming up.
Yeah,
fast.
that's one of the reasons I want to do this. We are going to Dark Lord Day on May 17th.
Tyler's Burgers.
This will be my first Dark Lord Day.
So this is gonna suck.
They all probably already do.
Here's a blast, man.
Very excited to go hang out with Smo and his family.
Fantastic.
And I guess Dark Lord Day I'm excited for. I don't like this beer.
You already don't?
I haven't had this one.
He just doesn't like three.
No, that's not true. They have a couple beers I like.
I have a T-shirt from them that I never wear, so if that means anything to you.
So, but we're excited. Now, realistically, it is one of the premier beer events. And I say beer event because it is not really a beer fest. It is a beer event. It is
Release.
It is a concert, a massive metal concert.
Okay.
They release Dark Lord, which is their like big stout, big release beer they release every year. People all over the country come in for this.
Around the world.
Yeah, around the world
around the
come
world
out for
coming
this.
for
They do have beer from other places. They do all sorts of cool stuff. It's a big bottle share. You bring a couple bottles of beer, you pass that out with your friends. Like they bring
Much
beer.
like we're doing.
Not just friends, but like random motherfuckers.
Oh, there's some. Yeah.
I had no idea the craft brewery society was so.
The craft beer world is huge.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was big. I just didn't know you guys were so supportive of each other. Because like I was.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I know, but
There's
because
a
something, I guess the closest I've been with that is like jam bands. Like I'm a big Grateful Dead fan,
Yeah.
big Billy Strings guy, big Dave Matthews Band fan,
I'm sorry.
and obviously, I mean, if you guys go to those concerts, I mean, dude, it's a
good
legit
time.
bonding family moment, man.
The
I've been shitting on craft beer guys for years, and
For the
I
most-
feel bad.
Did you just chunk your set tonight? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna pause just for a second from a word from our sponsors.
You know, Big Red down here, crash like she does every week.
Oh my god.
What's up, Kai?
Huh?
You doing anything right now?
No.
No basketball to tell us about or anything?
Nope. I mean, from this morning, I guess.
You dropping 30s?
I can't do anything.
You can stand and shoot on one foot.
They use like all the hips though. So.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
Getting that
keep
high
healing
school
up.
ball practice in.
No, I figured out what they were doing somehow
Well, that's
without
good.
anyone explaining. I mean, Abby was there a little bit because a lot of West girls are out with concussions right now. I don't know why, but there is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Love you. Love you.
Yeah, bye.
Later, cat guy.
Bye.
That's a word from our sponsor, Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red Liquors or Big Red Soda?
You missed a great first sip.
He went like he normally does. Let me go up this. No.
You missed a great first sip. He literally goes, "Oh fuck!"
What the fuck, dude?
That's why I poured a little years into mine to help
I
you
love
out.
this stuff, man.
Now this is a variant of Dark Lord, not the standard Dark Lord, and this one's got raspberry in it, so that's going to be...
Rye barrel aged Dark Lord with freeze dried raspberries. Raspberries.
It definitely doesn't have the artificial thing, so we don't have that to worry about. The raspberry is there, I just don't know that I love it.
This tastes like something like your racist grandma would give you if you said you had a headache. And you're like, I don't like it. And
This will fix it.
and it makes it worse. You know, it's...
I don't like freeze dried berries very much, especially in beers. I think they leave a
That's
weird
what you
taste.
don't like about this?
Oh, trust me, I have a lot of things I don't like about Dark Lord. What's funny is this Dark Lord base might be the best Dark Lord I've had in a while. The problem is I can't get by that freeze dried raspberry.
Yeah.
Like freeze dried fruit leaves a very specific flavor. I don't know how to describe it if you've never had it. If you've never had it, lucky you. But freeze dried fruit always leaves a weird flavor to me,
Yep.
and it doesn't. It's worse in beer. Like I could eat freeze dried fruit and it has that flavor, but then you soak it, like you put it in the beer, and it gets exponentially worse in my opinion.
The biggest thing to me, like, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Like, it's not atrocious. It's not the worst Dark Lord.
It's just not blending well.
No. All right, I'm about to do it. About to do a big gulp.
Big gulp.
I'll give this as well. Who cares what that does?
No. No.
The barrel characteristic's fine. I like the barrel characteristic.
So to explain the big goal, for those that are kind of curious why Tyler said that to himself,
He would try.
maybe our guest in the Senate. So, not saying you have to, but sometimes if you take a bigger goal, it kind of unlocks other flavors in there because you got more of it. It just kind of gets more prominent. That can be a good or a bad thing.
So this one, sometimes it also can mellow it out. You can take a big gulp and all those flavors that
That's
you're
a little
like getting
weird.
hammered by it, like mellows them together. This one literally took both flavors that you're getting and just amped them up to 10. Like to me, all it did was amp those flavors up to 10. That was, whew, unpleasant.
This is a weird one.
Yeah, I'm not going to finish this.
We definitely had some of the Dark Lords that were like,
There's
hard
just
no.
no way.
Some that were like, all right, this is pretty solid. This was just very like, kind of meh.
The problem with this
Grab
one
that last
is
one.
Okay.
the problem with this one is the freeze dried raspberries just
Yeah,
not
it's-
blending well.
It's just not quite.
The base
going
is
there.
solid.
I think
I
this
like
is really,
the-
without the strawberries or the red. I think this would be really solid.
I think the barrel flavor, the barrel notes are good. It's just the raspberry's not working in it.
I think that's the most fruit all three of us had in quite some time.
We actually eat
I
really
actually ate a
healthy.
pineapple on break. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's
Yeah,
funny
sure.
is John and I actually both eat pretty healthy. It doesn't look like
Doesn't
it,
look
but
like it.
we do. It's kind of annoying to be honest.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
Some of my favorite foods, salads. I love salads. When we ran a kitchen, I created the fucking salad menu.
Wow.
And it were good fucking salads, by the way.
I never eat fried food.
What's your favorite type of salad?
I just base salad. I'm a huge grilled chicken Caesar guy.
Yeah.
Like I love me a Caesar salad.
Caesar salad.
But I have some really cool salads I created that just
Yeah.
We really volleying out for him to say like a tossed one, like.
wedge. Actually, I hate wedge.
You hate
salad.
I
wedge.
love
I like-
wedge salad.
I love a wedge
Dude,
salad.
wedge salad with just like a little bit of...
Too much fucking work to eat a salad if it's in the
Yes,
wedge.
but if you're at a steakhouse, that's the salad that I would like.
Oh, now does
Good
ham
Lord,
salad count
I
as
just-
salad?
Ham salad.
Ham. Yeah, I like macaroni
bologna salad.
Oh, that was,
Chicken
that
salad.
Was, that was too trailer park. I'll wait at ham salad, but bologna salad, that's oof. But I got a little bit of pride.
Yeah.
I miss me some bologna salad.
Dude, bologna sandwiches are the tits.
Fried bologna sandwiches.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got one
and
tattooed.
Smoked
I have
and
one,
fried,
I
yeah.
have one tattooed on my body.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Fried
Yeah.
bologna?
Yeah.
That's a very specific
I
tattoo.
don't
Like, how did you?
There's
You
no-
don't
How did
believe
you
it?
represent
You don't
the
believe it?
fried?
Please tell me it's on your ass.
I'd maybe pressed ham.
It's my bologna sandwich. That's what that is.
Wait.
There we go.
He is a comedian.
My other tattoos are on my ass. But
I'm so happy. My tattoo artist, I was dating this girl, and I'd always made a joke.
I need a picture of that, by the way.
I'd always made a joke that I was going to have one of those old school, like, biker mom tattoos. And I always thought it'd be funny to put it on my ass, because then I could moon mom at Christmas and be like, this is how much I love you. And it's a heart with a ribbon that says mom.
Yep.
Well, my tattoo artist, a good friend of mine, and she looked at me, and I was engaged to this girl at the time, or dating this one girl at the time. She was like, I'll do it for free. And I'm like, well, my girl at the time ended up talking me out of it. Well, no, I was going to do it. Jess ended up not letting me. But it was funny as hell because I found out later that it was, a little bit of like she just wanted my pants off. So, like, it was probably, I guess my girlfriend figured that one out. I missed it. This chair, I need to oil it. My fat ass is wearing it out.
Speaking of...
Ha! Spit on that thing.
A tattoo artist that we know. We also learned at Death and Taxes that she is presently doing the label art for DV8. So congrats to her for that.
Yeah, Brimstone _Grace _tattoos has started doing the label art for DV8. She also has, we just posted on our story today, she has a flash sale coming up. A lot of cool flash pieces.
She's like topless or what?
God damn it.
I would be the only one she tattooed that day if that was happening. No, flash as in pre-drawn tattoos. She's doing a big flash sale, so check it out. Again, we just reposted it on our story on Two Beerded Guys, but you can also find it on her Instagram, Brimstone _Grace _tattoos.
I thought about, because Matt has some Star Wars flash this week because of, I kind of thought about getting something.
I'm surprised you did.
I know.
And Cynthia chirped up, says, I've never seen Tyler eat a salad, ...
Okay, we've eaten together like 5 times. God, this
He likes
rough.
the salad.
dude,
See, John even has my back on that one.
Yeah.
it's syrupy. It tastes
Yes. Yeah,
there's a very
is.
big syrupy taste.
Someone say
to it.
viscous.
The
Or
funny,
viscous.
The funny thing for this, the mouth feels very oily. It's not pleasant. If you were to
It's
take
not
this
oily.
same stout, even if you take out the raspberry, just do the base, and then pull one of those stouts over there with the gold top, that beer would have more alcohol in it, more flavor, and be so much better on the mouthfeel. It'd have a lot less oily. It'd be much more pleasant drinking. It's weird the difference from brewery to brewery.
And we got another mouthfeel in there.
Thank you.
So anyway,
Need
this
a rinse
beer,
on this one.
this time
yeah.
we definitely need a rinse. Matt, or John, you'll be first to score.
Okay. I know where I'm at. And it's funny because I know Dark Lord is upon us. I know that Dark Lord is beloved in Indiana. And in general, I enjoy Dark Lord. It's not my favorite by any means whatsoever. But the raspberry, if I could score this without the raspberry, it'd be a much different score. With the raspberry, I'm going to 2.5.
Who's next? Me?
Yep.
Are you next to him?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, then you're next.
I'm thinking. I'm trying to be
15
nice. I'm going to be trying
15%
nice. I'm going to go
ABV.
1.5.
1.5?
1.5, and that's for me. I'm trying to be nice about it.
I was at a 2.25 before the big gulp. I dropped to a 2 after the big gulp. It got worse. Normally, big gulp helps these beers, or at least keeps them the same. That one legitimately hurt.
And Matt.
Stout fan in me, ABV horror in me.
15%.
This, it doesn't quite work. The raspberry in there, something about it doesn't quite gel. But the rest of the beer is actually pretty solid if you could take that out. And I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I could drink it. I'll give it a 3.
These scores are all over the place.
All across, yeah. That's a 2.25 average.
I'm sure I was the most generous one here.
I was 2.5, yeah.
Yeah, John was the most generous, and then you beat him.
Yeah.
I'd
I'd probably go 3.25 without the raspberry.
The problem is,
I would have that without the raspberry, and if like that was the standard variant.
and I
see what that
know, I
was.
think we have the base back there, maybe. Actually, no, we don't. You traded it or something. We didn't get just the Dark Alert.
No, he traded a variant.
I don't think we have a 2023 base.
I think if that's the one that I had, I'd like trade 2 bottles for one, and that was like the year before, so that's probably where that came from.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't remember, but when I put them in, I don't think we have the 2023 base.
Base.
And I wish we did. Now, we might have already drank it. That's possible,
Yeah.
too. I wish we did because I think that base is good. And I don't ever say that about Dark Lord. Like, legitimately, I think that base was good.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell with that raspberry, but I think that could have been a solid Imperial Stout. It doesn't taste like Worcestershire. Or soy sauce, not
Soy
Worcestershire.
sauce, yeah,
Doesn't
you're a
taste
soy
like-
sauce guy.
Doesn't taste like soy sauce. I think it was a pleasant beer.
Yeah.
That raspberry, though, was so bad to me that it dropped it a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Also, you were just on CanCam. You don't have to go back. You were just on CanCam. I wanted to make sure you guys saw that one because, yesterday was Star Wars Day. I mean, today still is. It's Revenge of the 5th. So,
I saw a meme out there. They're like, "Hey, happy May the 4th," and they're like, "But it's the 5th," and it's a Stormtrooper. He's like, "Oh, I missed it."
I saw that one too. That was great. That one was great. But this is another Crafter Die glass, which is why you have Mike Tyson. And I'm sorry, I can't even describe this glass
Donkey,
without
Chewie,
laughing.
and-
Chewbacca.
And then on the back you
Chewbacca
have
King.
Star Wars. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Because he's solo.
Well,
Solo.
and then honestly, like, yeah, we have May the 4th, but it is Revenge of the 5th.
Exactly.
So,
So, we had to break that one out. And no better to drink out of it than Mr. Star Wars himself. I mean, his arms are literally covered in Star Wars. And then you have a random hula girl.
because I like tits and ass. So, I mean, everything I like is
It's on brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta be real careful. This is a King's Reserve Series can, so.
I mean, it's not filled to the
So it's
brim.
filled to the appropriate amount.
Yes. I did
Is
learn
that
something.
stereotype one?
Jesus Christ!
I did
The
learn.
appropriate amount.
John,
It's literally right there at the.
I don't know how to fucking pour this thing.
I did learn that this is the first of the King's Reserves where they did a printed can.
Once you got a little excited there.
Pimped out.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
So printed can on this. It's not a label. They printed the can.
Just hold on to the roll. There, that's all I
I
need.
didn't know that'd be enough.
I don't need a ton. Yeah, it is a different
Joke
can
there,
by
right?
far.
Yeah. So basically, what this is, Sun King. Step back. Craft Brewers Conference was in Indianapolis last week. Big like Gen Con, except for the Craft
beer.
Brewers world.
And very exclusive.
Not open to the public, unlike Gen Con and other conventions. But, however, Indianapolis is the host. Sun King, being the largest brewery in Indianapolis, hosted a lot of events. Googman, all the Indianapolis breweries had things going on.
We're keeping this can.
Oh, yeah. But, well, yeah, we're going to sit and make sure it's clean.
Yeah.
But, so, Sun King had an open night where they had brewed 15 different collaborations. Collaborations are with, hey, you're bringing a brewery and you guys brew beer together. And so they had that going on. So they had all 15 on tap plus all for sale. I bought just a couple of the cans to bring home.
I'm a little sad you only bought a couple.
I know. But
Cat-
these were
12 pack like the other place.
right. No, so these were what's what I'm looking for. Recommended. Yeah, chosen. These were the chosen few that I said like these are the ones you have to get.
So this is Captain Cat Keistador.
Cat Keistador.
Is a collaborative imperial milk stout brewed with our friends at New Belgium for the 2025 Craft Brewers Conference in Indy. This is a 10% ABV stout. Again, this is brewed with New Belgium, which is out of Fort Collins, Colorado. New Belgium, most of you know, it is a very large regional. I'd still consider it regional. But
Yeah,
very
a large one.
very large regional brewery because it's not macro, but
No.
it's about as big as you can get without being considered macro.
Fat
Yeah.
tire, right?
Yeah,
Let's
New Belgium is
say what it is.
New Belgium's very large.
Yeah.
I'll give you a nice healthy pour on that one, Matt.
Oh, thanks, sir. I do like me some milk stouts.
This is they were doing a lot of
10%.
drinks and collabs inspired by different cocktails.
It's pretty good.
And it smells a little citrusy like
That nose is
Yeah.
fantastic. It does. I have no tasting notes.
Let me see. Yeah, I was gonna
Sweet
say.
chocolate and cola is all I have on this.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I just said like just on the nose, it's gonna be like maybe like an old fashioned kind of thing.
Yes,
so.
it's the old fashioned blend.
Yeah, all right. He
The
told me they were
old-fashioned
making
inspired.
this one. I just didn't know which one it was.
Yep.
Ooh, that's pleasant.
Wow. I'm curious to see what you think.
It's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It tastes, like I said, it kind of tastes like coffee a little bit, or it reminded me of coffee just by the can. Looks like one of those Starbucks drinks you buy.
I think it might have some in there.
That.
I think.
I don't think so.
Other than that, it's
Well,
definitely
we
like it's. Yeah, I mean it's stout because the only other stout that I've had is a Guinness, I guess.
Well,
So,
technically, you just had a stout.
okay, well, yeah, but that's poison. That was not alcohol. That's poison. Don't give it to anybody. If somebody gives you that, they don't like you, man. They don't like you at all.
And yet, people come from around the
The
world
world.
Yeah,
to beg, barter, and steal for those. People will literally buy these for
We met
hundreds
people
of dollars.
from England last year.
Yeah.
English people eat beans on toast. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like
That's a fair
ever.
rebuttal.
He's also not wrong.
They don't know anything.
They're not wrong either, though. It's actually pretty good.
Hey, somehow, the English conquered the world. They conquered all the places that have the best food.
Yeah.
Because their food sucks.
But yet, when you go to England,
Bangers and
you
mash?
can barely find
No, yeah, sausage and potatoes, that's fine. Fish
Which
and
is-
chips, I like.
which is
a lot.
Irish and German.
Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go.
That's true.
All of the above, like, and what's funny is their only good food is definitely not theirs, but they don't even embrace the good food. The United States literally went, all right, so you're basically,
You're tired, you're hungry, and you're cooks.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you can't cook, I don't know if I want you. Like, the amount of food we took, it just went, yes, yeah, oh, fuck yes. Like, Germany can't make that many great things. The shit they can make great, the United States made restaurants based on it.
Beer and sausage.
Yeah.
I got it. My buddy would absolutely love this. He likes stouts a lot.
It's really good. And
This is pleasant.
This
And
is just a really fun one.
I will say, it is reminiscent of an old fashioned.
yeah.
You get that nice whiskey finish a little bit. Not as much as I expected, but a very nice, like, when you drink that good muddled old fashioned where you get all those flavors, especially that, like, last drink. That's the nice thing about this. To me, it's the last sip of an old fashioned. The entire beer. That last sip where you really get all those
like a little
flavors that
fruit
are just
cocktail.
sitting there.
Yeah.
All those muddled flavors, everything that's there. Every sip of this beer is that.
I think they killed it.
I think
This is really good.
it reminds me of that rum drink they made that made me so
I
happy.
had some the other day when I was there last week.
I'm so jealous.
It was good.
I'm telling you,
Real
they
good.
have a beer.
Uh-huh.
They have a beer that's made to drink like a rum and coke.
Yeah.
But think,
So you have
And this-
15 of them and call
well,
it X?
well, no, think about. Have you ever had a rum and coke at like a gas station or not a gas
Have
station?
you ever been driving with a
man.
tumbler
Hey,
full of rum and
a
coke?
bowling alley?
Yeah.
A rum and coke at a bowling alley?
Uh-huh.
That's literally what this beer tastes like. Not this one, but the one I'm talking about. It's the funniest shit because my brother and I were there, and we had it on the show not that long ago. But my brother and I were there and literally went, we looked at each other because my parents bowled for years. So we looked at each other and went, I know that fucking flavor.
How young were you
Like,
making these rum and cokes at the bowling alley?
it was the funniest shit. So, and this is the same thing except classier. I feel like this is like the classier version. They really got that cocktail flavor, but went, okay, it's not the shitty rum and coke at the guy did it again at the bowling alley. This is that more like
I wonder what gas
craft.
stations you're going to.
I know. I need to go to
Yeah,
that gas station.
exactly.
This is more that craft bar, like actual old fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
They nailed that. That's and this is a beer. This isn't a cocktail.
Yeah,
This is a
no.
beer.
And Stevie P says looks more like a 30-gram protein shake.
A little bit. I could see that. but-
Except I love that can art.
yeah.
Yeah, feeling it. I also like that printed on logo. It has a nice tactile feel. Kind of
It
like
does.
almost like a wall
You
paint
feel
almost on it. Like it's.
I'm drinking a lot of paint, man. This doesn't
Feel
taste anything like
You're not drinking.
No,
the
he's
good
talking
stuff.
about.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys do the big gulp on this?
Yeah, that's,
Yes,
I mean,
I
it's a
did.
great little can.
It gets like a little more
It's
like.
very fun. Who did
almost
this?
Like a
Is this
cinnamon
one that's
kind of
something-
thing on there?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
something
Indianapolis.
more
Yep.
that
In collab with New Belgium out of Colorado.
What's your guys' favorite Sun King beer? Do you have one?
Yes. I have a few. I'd have to look up my scores a little more, but the one that comes to mind as a recent favorite was their damn espresso
That's huge
martini.
right now.
Espresso martini stout.
Yeah. That just sounds.
That was fucking stupid good.
Yeah.
Now I've had some others, and it's usually in cans shaped like this.
Yep. called the King's Reserve.
Series, if you will.
Yeah, if you see anything Sun King shaped in that,
Okay.
buy it.
That's where they really flex.
It's their small batch. So instead of their stuff they have to produce to go all over the place,
Okay.
this is where they get a play. Their King's Reserve is where they get a play. And these brewers and their barrel guy, love Hood, but their barrel guy, their brewers, their head of brewing operations, who's our buddy, they don't get a chance to play as much as they'd like. So when they do their King's Reserve and get a play, they bust their ass to make sure you enjoy it. And you can tell with every damn sip.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of craft beers. I think Sun King, the only two that really come to mind that I've had is the cream ale that they always have.
Yep.
And then the pachanga.
The cream ale pays so many bills for them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like,
my buddies
So does
love
the
that shit.
pachanga.
Yeah, pachanga.
Yeah,
does
pachanga's fine. It's a little bit. It's definitely a little heavier than like a classic Modelo
it's
or
a Mexican
Pacifico.
lager.
Yeah,
It's a Mexican lager.
Yeah.
they all have a very similar taste.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you that pachanga is basically the beer that the employees drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. It's a great beer.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But yeah, this beer, this time, I'll tell you what, they nailed what they were aiming for, which isn't always easy in a collab.
Right.
Because you have multiple brains, you have, there's a lot of things that go into collaborations, depending on how you do them.
How long does that typically take?
So typically collabs are pretty simple. It's,
Everybody shows up on brew day.
yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
basically, the head brewers usually talk, figure out what they're brewing, how they're brewing it. In places the size of them, like New Belgium and Sun King, the head brewers are probably head of brewing operations, the barrel guy. They're all going to be involved in the conversation.
Okay.
They're going to come up with flavor profiles. They're going to come up with plans. Then they're going to bicker a little bit about recipes because every brewer has its own way to get flavors. Every barrel guy has his own way of getting flavors. But then they're going to settle on a recipe. They hang out. They brew together.
Pretty cool.
Now, sometimes some collabs can be as simple as like when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on. They did the Black is Beautiful beers all over the country. Some can be as simple as it's a collab by, I made a recipe.
Here's the recipe. You guys make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which sometimes those turn out real fucked up.
Yeah.
That one, for instance.
Didn't have one good one of those, did we?
No, not
No,
one.
didn't find one.
We even had the original.
We had a lot. None of them were good.
And you guys have you said you brewed your own beer before.
Quite often, actually. Yeah.
Quite often?
Yeah.
Do you have any here?
Not that's carved.
Not
Right,
Ready to
not,
try.
not, I
Yes,
remember
but
out of
not ready to
CO2.
drink.
So that's the problem is we don't have anything for you to try right now.
I was going to say. I was like,
Oh, no, we make good beer.
yeah, I believe it.
And by we, I mean
We have a ringer.
Smo and Brian make great beer, and we're great at manual labor.
Okay.
We contribute with ideas, and you know,
We
like,
mill the grain. We dump the grain.
We do give dumb
we
ideas.
clean the pots afterwards.
Yeah.
Hey, we do give dumb ideas.
We do.
And they usually turn into great things.
Okay.
But this beer feels like, actually, you know, you bring that up a good point, because this beer feels like somebody's dumb idea that turned into, basically, you take some of the best brewers in the world, some of the best barrel guys in the world, some of the best everything in the world with breweries this size, and go, I have this dumb fucking idea. And the other guy goes, that's a great fucking idea. And now you have 6 dudes in a room going, how do we make this happen? And I feel like that's what happened here.
It turned out. It's
And
really
it
good.
turned out perfect. And then they got drunk and came up with the name.
Yeah.
I was going to ask. Here's my other question: is there any stereotypes with like brew masters or anything like that?
No.
No. Are they all different? Do they don't have any like little quirks about them usually, or anything that kind of? Is there anything like he's
ADHD.
kind of a dick, or like
ADHD.
Okay.
Autistic.
okay,
But that's very basic quirks because
yeah,
brewmasters can be as different as the blades of grass. Like, I'll tell you what, I have met hundreds of brew guys, like head brewers, brewmasters, whatever you want to call them. They are the definition of different, every single one.
I think
The good ones have a lot of
you could
similar
throw.
traits.
You could throw. They all love to cook. They all love flavors. They all love experimenting.
Experimentation is definitely
Yeah.
like the ability to just imagine and go worth a shot.
well, going out on a limb, taking a risk.
It's a lot of fun. But then you meet guys like the lady at Danico,
Yeah.
who's their head brewer, who doesn't experiment.
No.
She likes clean, crisp beers. She is the type of person that just goes, this style is supposed to be like this, and I'm going to make the best version of that style.
Yeah.
And then you meet people like Brandon out at Tarnished Hollow, who's like, I'm going to take that style. I'm going to take that style and literally bastardize it in so many different ways that it pisses off regular people.
Yeah.
And then you drink it and go, why does this taste good?
Yeah.
The dude literally made a dirty martini stout for us. Or a dirty martini beer for us. I said stout, but it was a dirty It tasted like a dirty martini.
He also made beer.
Thank you, Brandon.
Beer ice cream. Beer cream.
He's in the process. His next beer out is the all berries no crunch, or all Captain no crunch.
Oh, that's a popular one.
Which he's done before, but it literally he
Crunch
uses bags of crunch berries in it. Like
That's crazy.
It's the
Well, that's something that I think it's from an outsider looking in. I think that's something that people shit on a lot, but it's actually a really cool thing because I mean, I don't want to be a dick or anything, but like outside looking in, a lot of people are like, "Oh, craft beer guys, they're just taking it way too seriously. Just drink a beer, have a beer," you know. But it's a bigger thing than that, and I've learned something today. I really have.
think chefs. Think chefs.
Chefs, I'm a big fan of too, and that's
But
exactly
that's what
what
I'm
I'm
saying. Think
thinking.
chefs.
Yeah.
Brewers are chefs. They are the type of people that there's a reason they hide in the background a lot of times. They're not necessarily people.
Yeah.
They're back of
okay.
house for a reason.
Yes.
Just like with a chef, back of house. Brewers are back of house. Now there are some that are very people-y. You do run into those.
But most of the time you want them in the back of the house.
Yeah. Guys like Ryan Umbach, definitely people-y when he wants to be. Not necessarily his favorite thing, but that dude, when he wants to come out, that dude's very da-da-da-da. And then you meet other guys who are like, I would rather never meet a human being other than the 4 I work with.
Yeah.
And my wife I go home to.
Yeah.
Other than that, everyone else can go to hell.
Right.
It's that, but for the most part, chefs and head brewers, I'd say, are the same. There's a reason they're crass. They say what they say. They don't hide things. And that's why I love them, because John and I both are very big on genuine people. I didn't realize how big I was on it until John described how I was, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
You're genuine.
I love people.
Love or hate him.
Yeah.
He's genuine. He is who he is.
I love people who are like that, and that's why I think I gravitate more to like brewers and brewing than I do like owners of brewing. Well, yeah, go fuck that guy.
Well,
that dude don't hang out
owners
with.
are always going to be profits over people more, I bet. Just objectively, maybe.
Craft beer is different in a lot of ways. You will have those, but I will say craft beer in Indiana and Colorado. Actually, we've met a few of those.
Are those like the 2 biggest craft beer states?
Michigan's bigger than Indiana by far.
Okay. Yeah.
North Carolina.
Wisconsin's huge.
Wisconsin,
North Carolina.
We start drinking at 4 in Wisconsin.
North Carolina's massive. Oregon. California based on size, but also they have some top level.
Oh yeah, top yeah.
Washington's huge. Indiana in the Midwest is actually a decent powerhouse. Okay. Ohio and Illinois tend to push them aside a little bit.
Okay.
So does Michigan. That's the funny thing is like Kentucky, nah. There's some good ones, but
Kentucky's bourbon. So
they don't need beer.
Yeah,
but Michigan actually, one of the cities in Michigan has more breweries per capita than everywhere in the country.
Yeah.
Grand Rapids, Michigan is literally called Beer City.
That's wild. I'm assuming they have a beer fest or something like that.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I haven't needed to. I have a friend up there. I go up there and I've hit up a lot. But this beer this time, I do need to rope it back in. We are getting to that time.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's been
Do it.
So Steph is on. What's up, Steph?
Which stuff?
She says, hello, gentlemen, 10 minutes ago. With Cheersy Beersy.
Which stuff?
Stephanie K. We saw her at Death and Taxes.
Oh, okay,
She also
okay.
says, it
The way he
was
said
lovely
Steph, I
seeing
thought
you
it
at
was
Death
yours.
and Taxes.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so much
This
fun.
is Butt Pirate stuff.
Butt Pirate Steph. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's coming back, Steph.
That's how I knew
Steph
her.
was always up for Butt Pirates.
Hey, in all
forgot about
fairness,
Butt Pirates.
that's how I knew her until I met her for the longest
Butt
time.
Pirate stuff?
Butt Pirate stuff.
Butt Pirates.
Love that woman. It was so much fun running into her at Death and Taxes, which we haven't even talked about. And real quick, big shout out. Death and Taxes is one of the best put on events in Indiana.
It's a premier beer fest.
Taxman stepped up again this year. They figured out a couple things they didn't like last year. Completely went. They've done this event for years.
15 years?
And they have no problems adjusting. The amount of times they have literally gone, you know what? I don't like this. We're not doing that anymore. We're going to do it this way. They packed that damn place. It was one of the best attended events we've seen
Yeah.
in
Stop
2 years.
calling me that, laugh cry face.
But what do you think, Joe?
Listen,
Bud
I like
Pirates?
Steph. I love playing Bud Pirates with you. It's so much fun.
Other than the massive events that we know are massive,
Yeah.
Winterfest,
Yep. Summerfest.
I would say Taxman is probably the best attended we've seen in 2 years.
Yeah, I mean,
Taxman
top
this year,
5.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
The crowd and the weather was shit at the beginning.
it was.
And around noon, right as it started really starting, that's when the sun opened up. But if I was people, I'd have probably been like, never mind. We're not
Like you
going.
said, death and taxes,
Yeah, Death and Taxes was huge.
not death and taxes. Like Taxman, they know how to fix things on the fly. So they're like, hey, weather, get it together.
In all fairness, it wouldn't surprise me. They shut down a town for that event.
Yeah, they do.
And then like right at like noon 05, the clouds parted, the sun shone down, started warming up, wind
Thank
died.
God.
We also learned they do technically own like half the businesses in town.
Yeah.
That's a side
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
A lot of
We
people
didn't
like
know
lies.
that, but
When there's 5 businesses, you own 3 of them.
Historic tax, I mean, historic downtown.
historic Barter's Taxmanville. But no, seriously, great event. Anything else, Matt, before we go into the beer?
Yeah, that guy's thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Should be me or him.
Yeah.
It's Cole.
Cole.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this a 3.75. 3.75. You have to go in quarters, right?
Yeah, quarters.
3.75. I really like this one because I'm not a big stout guy, really.
a
Obviously,
really good
people know that now, but
All right, hold on. Before we finalize and lock that in. So
Okay.
you're not a stout guy.
uh-huh.
If you were to go, you know what? Stout sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Would this be what you look for?
I would, yeah, absolutely.
So
That's
that really does lead.
That's a 4. That's a 4.
Yeah. So we end up with a 4.
So I put that in, I rated the harp before as well, right?
I believe you did.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
harp was
yeah.
easily.
I think I'm going to pick some of that up on the way home.
Nice.
Can I? Or
harp. Oh yeah, harp.
You
Yeah,
can find it.
Almost every liquor store has harp.
I'm all right.
Yeah, you're good there.
Yeah.
Captain Conquistador. Damn, I'll tell you what. I'm excited he gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Mostly because I could see that being if he was looking for a stout. That I give it a 4.5. That was a fucking stupid good beer. Matt.
That I forget because we've gotten derailed as we tend to do on here. What was the ABV on that one? Do we
10.
have that? 10? Oh, okay. Well, that helps. I find it very interesting that they chose a milk stout to then introduce this more carbonated cola.
They nailed it.
Which to me, as a big milk stout fan, seems almost like a weird choice. But it tastes really good. Like it's not like squash cake. It's just like just simply an odd choice to do a milk stout. I suppose like a different stout version. But really enjoyed it. Really good. I appreciate that old fashionedness. Kind of got a little cola finish. It had some of that cinnamon on the big gulp. That's just a flavor coaster of like really good stuff. I'm gonna go 4 1/4.
My guess before John scores, the reason they did milk stout is whatever flavor profile they were aiming at.
Lactose carrot.
Milk stout leaned into what they wanted. When you look at oatmeal stouts or other stouts, it might not have been able to bring the flavor they wanted.
Gotcha.
I'm going 4.5. And that makes it a 4 1/4 total.
Wow.
That is a damn
What a way
good
to
beverage.
finish.
That is a damn good
Wait,
beverage.
did you say 4 1/4? Because I think I did 4 1/4. So like, was I right there?
Fucking average.
That was stupid.
There's something you're
Yeah, that was
doing.
great.
Heavy as the head, man.
All right, we got 2 things before we end tonight.
Okay.
1. All right, so I want you to again remind everybody where you're at coming up soon with your
Yeah.
comedy.
Helium Comedy Club. You can find me there most weekends. Also, Indy's Funniest is coming up. Cincinnati's Funniest at Go Bananas Comedy Club. I'll be there all summer as well as Helium. And this week, specifically Wednesday, I'll be at Go Bananas Comedy Club.
How do people support the Indy's favorite or Cincy's
You can go on the Helium website and you'll see all those calendar dates for Indy's Funniest. And the tickets are very cheap. They're about $10 a person, so it's easy. Go in, you guys see a bunch of local favorites, all that stuff. Other than that, for my personal show dates, you can look at my Instagram. It's at Cole Peterson and then N. Other than that, that's pretty much
We'll
all I
make sure
got.
that's out there so
Yeah.
you guys can see it.
Yeah, and I'll repost as well.
Yep.
But all right, just want to make sure because Indy's Best is a big deal.
Yeah, no, it's
Some of the winners of Indy's Best are in the process of just exploded.
Yeah, absolutely.
So make sure you get out there, especially if you have local comedians you want to support. I would highly suggest. I have seen Cole perform. Unfortunately, these two have not. They missed out because it straight up was a great time. But make sure you get out to these type of things, support, because it is. How do they vote on stuff like that?
Voting. So first round voting is all audience based. Second round voting, I believe, is half audience based, half judge based. Third round is judge. Fourth round is also judge.
So you
but
want to
the more
make sure
support
You
you guys
gotta be
have,
there.
the more support, more audience members we have, more pops, more laughs per minute. That helps our final score.
I mean, yeah,
So
if I'm
it all
judging,
depends on you guys. We can't make people laugh if people aren't there.
if I'm
So-
judging and nobody laughs at that guy's jokes, no matter how funny I thought it was,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't get it.
he didn't get the crowd. He didn't get
Yeah,
the crowd.
exactly. That's how it works.
So go support your favorite comedians. I, again, highly, highly suggest supporting Cole. I enjoyed his set a lot. Now the important thing, beer of the night.
Beer of the night.
So this is where, John will go first, but this is
Okay.
where you literally pick the beer of the night. Now, that does not mean the best beer. It could be the one that surprised you the most as well as being good.
In a
Not
positive
surprised
way.
you in a negative way.
It has to be. It has to be in a positive.
It has to be in a positive
Okay.
way.
At least ideally.
No, it has to be in a positive way. We had someone go, "Oh, surprise me, beer sucked." No. It's beer of the night. That means
Okay.
that's good thing.
Good things.
So,
good
like
things.
for instance, those gold tops I've talked about a few
Right.
times.
Yeah.
We know those are likely going to be in the running for beer of the night every night.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, they sometimes lose because they do exactly what we
expect
expected.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, for example, the Conquistador is my favorite beer, but for beer of the night, I'm going to go with the Martin House because it was something that was a sour beer aged in both whiskey and wine that somehow all worked, and that's awesome. So for me, it's the Martin House.
I really like the harp, obviously, but for beer of the night, I think it's the last one we did, the Cat Conquistador. That was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
For me, I really enjoyed this, and it's fun. I purposely am leaving Matt because he counted, so I'm letting him go last today.
He did.
Normally, I make him do first on beer of the night. I'll tell you what, I really, really enjoyed that Martin House beer. I expect good things out of Sun King and their King
And the
Reserve.
King Reserve, yeah.
I expect good things. I already knew what harp tasted like, but that Martin House surprised me. It's my beer of the night.
I am going to agree with Tyler.
And me.
Yeah, and John.
Well, he also had the poignant, a little more specified. Yeah, you too. I'm sorry.
The exact same thing John said.
I'm
it was.
sorry, John. He just was.
I worded it
He was
slightly
a little
different.
more wordy, but yeah, probably my personal favorite was the Sun King. But also I appreciate agreeing with you. I hate agreeing with him. There's a difference.
See, that's how you should have said it.
But the Martin House is the winner for me. That was I was in there half expecting to hate it, half ready to hate it, and then it made me love it, and that made me mad.
I just love that Cole liked a stout.
I liked it. I did. I liked a few of these beers. The Angelus Sword was good.
Yeah, that one was
The
actually
sour,
really
the
good.
sour was really good. I probably wouldn't drink more than one of them because it's just too sweet for me. I think
It's fair.
the stout was great, harp was great, and then the other two I'm not
The
going to say anything about
non-craft
because
beer guy
it's going to be
ended up with 2 out of 6 that he didn't like.
Yeah.
Right?
And one of them,
Yeah.
This really
universally
changed my
made
entire
up for it.
perspective on craft beer. This is the first time I've ever tasted craft beer
Let's go.
like this in my entire life.
I love it. I love it.
I do love having craft beer newbies on here because most of the time we have people that are like, I don't know anything. Either they are incredibly perceptive and note it well, or they get turned to like, maybe it's worth exploring.
It is. I think it's definitely worth exploring. Now I'm going to take a longer look at that beer list every time I go somewhere new. Because typically I'm like, get it away from me, Miller Lite
Right.
or whatever. You know, I'm like, I know what I like, give it to
I
me.
don't mean lie.
But I'm going to take a glance at it now.
Like Princess. Remember Princess?
All right, guys.
But we also
Oh.
we've gone through this whole almost 2 hours. You can come see us this Saturday. I don't think we even mentioned.
Yeah, where's the next event? We're going to be at Two Beerded Guys.
We're not important. No, guys, no. Our next Saturday, this coming Saturday, we're at Columbus on Tap down in Columbus, Indiana. The after party hosted by Hog Molly.
Molly.
100% suggest going to that after the event. It's a free access to the after party with
Don't
your
rip off
wristband.
wristbands.
But it actually was the first year ever for Columbus on Tap last year. It was the largest first year event Indiana on Tap had in a long time. And they're already expecting bigger and better. It was a really cool event. It's in a giant open space, this park.
Yeah, it's a great park.
But they line it up in a great way. You are drinking. You are having a blast. We're coming down there like always with our merch. We also have our hop water we're going to sell this time. Maybe something else. It's definitely a spot that you need to check out. Plus, again, Columbus, Indiana is surprisingly home to a couple really good breweries. Hog Molly Brewing and Zwanzig's are two of our favorites.
It's just a pizza place that also brews beer, which is the funniest thing. They make killer beer.
Good beer.
And
Dude,
great pizza.
Yeah, pizza and beer go together.
Well, they started as a
way
pizza
too good.
place, and they became a brewery as well. And yet their beer is top notch.
Yeah.
Their pizza's even better.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find good pizza around here too.
Zwanzig's.
Futuro.
Futuro?
Futuro.
Futuro. Where's that?
like
At
Future.
Noblesville?
No, it's
Downtownish.
downtown.
Okay.
Adjacent. Also, Basbo's very solid and B-Rip.
May 31st, we've said it a few times, but our last Comedy on Tap show of the year, well, of the season. We'll be back in October is the plan. So, last one of the season.
Yeah, definitely check that out. There's some absolute killers on that show. Good friends of mine.
It's going to be a
Go
hell
out
of a
there,
show.
watch
It's
it.
going to be a whole show. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks.
Nope, that's
Thanks for
really
having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
bud.